Next, we are going to work on sheet 2, which we are going to call information. This will be all the non-financial information about the college or university on your financials list. So we click there, and then we're going to right click and click rename, and we're going to type information and enter. Next, we're in A1. We're going to type budget per year with a colon. Then we're going to select A5 and then go to the financials page and go to A2 through A7 and click on copy. Go back to the information sheet and hit paste. So then all of our colleges are there. Next, we want to get the column A to be auto-fit to the contents. So we will select A1 through A10, click on Format, Auto-Fit Column Width. Next, we're going to wrap the text in the cells B4 through N4. Notice here that it appears that there's something in O, but it's because the whole cell for N is date transfer application is due. So we want to make sure we just select the up to N. Okay, so we're going to start with B, select to N, and then we're going to click on wrap text. We're going to alter we're going to alter these column widths so that there's no column that has more than 3 rows. Next, I'm going to resize the columns based on the table that's given in the assignment. So for these, I've already done this for column A. So for column B, another way, I want to demonstrate another way you can get to best fit, and that is by holding your mouse between the boundary of B and C and then double clicking, and then it gives you the best fit. So I'm going to go through the column width. So for the state, because we're only going to be using a 2-letter abbreviation, we're going to change that to 5. Distance from home is going to be 8. Number of undergraduates is going to be 10.57. And I'm going to go through this. I'm not going to do this for the whole time. I'm just going to pause it, and then I'll come back when it's all finished. Now I'm finished with all of these, the column width adjustment. Notice that it automatically adjusted the row height then, so that now we don't have any more than 3 rows. So if that did not happen automatically for you, if you highlight your cells and then go to Format Auto Fit Row Height, it should do that. So we can see here that the row height is 45. The next thing that we want to do now is to select B4 through N4, and we want to make sure that it's bottom aligned and center aligned. And then the table also has what each of the alignment for the text underneath, for the data underneath each of the columns. So the state is supposed to be center, so we're just going to select that and hit center. The distance from home should be right aligned. and general. The percentage that graduate in 6 years is supposed to be percentage and centered. Average age is centered. Student-faculty ratio needs to be text, and this is because if you type in a proportion, it will automatically put it in as time. So we're going to select that to be text. Oops. Select this to be text. It is text. Okay, then here we can select these two because they are going to be percentage and centered. The other thing that we want to make sure is that the decimal places are 0. So these number of undergraduates and distance from home needs to be 0 decimal places. I think if it's general, it will be 2 decimal places. And then these others are going to be also centered. So in this last column, we're going to click on this dialog box here, click on date, and we want it to be the month and the day, so it'll be this selection. So that if it was January 15th, it'll come up as 1/15. We are going to make these centered, however. So once you have all of your data in there, it should look similar to this. I want to point out that the numbers in this spreadsheet are just for demonstration purposes only. They are not the accurate numbers that are from the College Board website. So just to reiterate, going back through the table that is in your instructions will tell you how to format. I did want to point out also that if the date transfer application is due, that date the transfer application is due is not listed, it is typically because there's a rolling date, so you can just send it whenever. You might want to check the college website just to make sure that they don't have a date there, because not everything is totally accurate on the College Board site. So just take a little time to double check it. You can save your document and be ready for the next section.